some people put on a big show to look like they always know what's going on, and they're always the most informed or whatever. But if you've lost your edge, you got to stop pretending like you're sharp, right? We're all going to know that you're not sharp. It's better if you just back out and say, "Hey, I'm just underprepared here. Let's kind of go through this meeting." I want to share a little story. I was talking with a business leader, and he's at the tail end of his career, and he was telling me about how he was in a situation where he got really bad news, and then he had to go in and speak to a group. And he went and spoke to that group, and there was a little bit of dysfunction in the meeting. And then afterwards, the guy said, one of the people on his team came up to him and said, "Hey, you came in and you didn't even say hello." And he took that to be, "Oh, wow, I'm so sorry." He took that to mean that you never let them see you sweat. He's like, from that point on, I never went into, I always walked in and I pretended like what I just heard I didn't hear, and I addressed people, and I just kind of handled that as if the earlier item didn't happen. And I said, "Okay." And I said, "Was that good?" And he was telling me all of the value of it. And I looked at it and I said, "Well, like, you put on a mask, right? Did you ever take the mask off?" And then in the conversation, he's a little startled by it. And in the conversation, what's wrong with walking into the meeting that you had planned out a certain way and saying, "Hey, everybody, sorry if I seem a little bit off. I just had a really tough situation. I had a very difficult conversation with a client, and it rocked me a little bit here. So if I'm a little off my game, I apologize, but I'm ready to go, to get into this and go through it." To me, that would be much more authentic. Maybe not to him, but it would not be wearing a mask. And I like not wearing a mask.